Ideally, if am I just face down immediately? Oh my god, you just kill that guy?
This is a perfect time for you to actually introduce yourself.
I'm Spec! And I'm veering off over here because the screen is really pretty.
Well, now you're a ghost, and you can introduce yourself while being a ghost.
I'm SpectaKoo because I'm a ghost.
Oh, never mind. I'm a dumbass.
Ooh. Oh, we're not going the cutter route.
I forgot that you need Karma 5.
Haha. Well, I've been on YouTube for across a couple channels since 2010. So it's been, gosh, it's been nearly like a decade and a half. But I started doing the SpectaKoo one in 2016. And I make gaming videos, but I try to tell stories with them, rather than just doing like highlights. Oh! But yeah, the part of the reason why I enjoy editing like gameplay so much is and another reason I like editing Rain World, because it's just so good for it, is creating edits that deceive people who haven't played the game before into thinking that that's the way the game is. And I think what really like made me fascinated with being able to do that was in my very first Rain World video. There was a
By the way, we gotta hurry up.
Where the one of the shelters I slept in the intro crushed me. I edited, you know, just the in post the shelter to crush me, and obviously it did not actually do that. But I had comments from like 12.5 people telling me that I made them horrified of shelters on their first playthrough because they were convinced it could crush them.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my god, like
gaslighting.
Yeah, exactly.
We got the funny. We got a shelter failure.
I love shelter failures.
Do you?
Yeah, I think they're awesome. Oh my god, what?
Wait, thread music is playing. Oh, right. I see. Well, okay. I was very daring there. Ooh. Do you know that if you're running away from a centipede, they can't grab you? If you're moving in the opposite direction? Well, you're a clear indicator of not.
That'll be good to know for the future.
Saint? That's when they started utilizing the new creatures a lot more.
Yeah.
Like caramels and... Oh.
Go?
You were a dead ghost! I wouldn't go out of my way to grab them necessarily because the rain is about to hit.
Possible.
It is happening, currently.
This kind of depends on perception.
Right. That's food, you're right.
Oh.
We'll find a different spirit, it's okay. I thought you were gonna stand still.
No, I wasn't even thinking of eating it. I was just like, wow, cool worm.
Oh, cool worm. We can take a snack here.
Oh, here. Awesome. We don't need to kill the worm. But there's...
we don't need to kill the worm. You got in the way, I'm sorry.
My awesome worm.
Proceeds to eat it anyway.
Well, I'm not gonna waste him.
Is that a friend dies in your arms? You start eating him immediately? You'd feel bad. Oh god, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
I wouldn't. I'm help. Can you like say some words of encouragement? Oh my god. Eyeballs.
You think those are eyeballs?
Not particularly, but
they
well,
look
you know,
like
they kind
eyeballs.
of. I was gonna say they kind of have like retinal stems, so maybe.
That's disturbing to think about.
That would explain why they wiggle around so much, because they're trying to get a good look at you and their surroundings.
I don't like that thought. Let's purge that thought right now. You've been on YouTube for quite a while, as you mentioned, and I know for a fact from people like Das and Giga that I know for a fact that you have inspired them and probably multiple other peoples to pick up this game. And more specifically for like Das, you've from what I remember, wow, look at that guy go. From what I remember, you actually like inspired him to do like content for Rain World and things like that. what do you feel like? Like, what are your thoughts in being like, I guess, the starter of a lot of things, and even like the interest of the people in this game?
I mean, it's pretty surreal, because a lot of the reason I wanted to make videos in the first place was like I wanted to share the media I loved with people, and like give them like a good incentive to experience it themselves. If not like through my videos, then like on their own time by picking up the games I like. Which is why I mostly only like play. I don't tend to like play through a game that I haven't enjoyed and then like upload that, because I don't feel like that's fair to the game. There are like absolutely people out there who are going to enjoy it, and me having like a bad experience with it, like I'm unconscious. Like I don't think
Just
like it's a fair shake to the game.
Just crouch.
Okay.
We'll get you there. Keep going.
Thank you.
You can keep spieling. Oh, come on, get me there. Oh.
But
yeah.
Anyway, and
you can have your worm, by the way. You can pick up the worm.
Do you have any words of encouragement?
I think you are a great person. Just time the jumps. Just time the jumps. Yep. Riv has a big jump. Just jump earlier than you think. Thank God. Go, 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 go.
The words of encouragement. They were all I needed. Me and my worm.
I can't believe you still have the fucking worm.
my beloved worm. I have a conversation with them. Most intriguing. I see.
So interesting that it put you to sleep.
Listen, they didn't actually have like all that much day, but I.
Did you hear that, Vulture Grub? Do you see the things they're saying about you?
I'm saying Vulture Grub, awesome, my friend.
He is convinced.
See?
Roll a deception
Gaslighting.
check. Did you roll it?
Oh, here, let me flip a coin. Tails.
Did you call the coin after it landed? Oh, no, you didn't even.
No.
You didn't even call the coin. You just flipped the coin. What was the resolution? Did you win?
I believe I forgot how coin flip.
You say, "I'm hungry." The Vulture Grub looks at you. How hungry?
How hungry? I am not so hungry I could eat a Vulture Grub. I would never do that under any circumstances, unless they died, in which case it would kind of be wrong of me not to. Get away from me! Quick question, like, you know, like out of the context of the game, can I perform CPR on a grub?
You can try it. Go ahead.
It's not working!
It's like a kid that has like, no, this is a morbid thought. Never mind.
I don't know where you're going with that.
But I was thinking like a cat died of like a child, and it's like still holding on to it, and it's like, why isn't it waking up?
That's horrible! I've always wondered, what is it like to be like in a cloud while it's raining? Like, is there rain like in the center of the cloud, or does it all come out the bottom?
You should ask your grub friend.
Question for me. Like, what? Like, you want me to regurgitate them?
Yeah.
They were taken from me.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
No, you're not.
I'm not. Oh.
Their own engagement with it will vary from player to player, because like part of my love for Rain World is just me being enamored with the world, and I, except for like it's God's creatures, I kind of have no love for them. Character that they play through with, they're already very familiar with the world, so it offers a. Do you anticipate me being able to do that?
I would like to see you try. You can throw upwards as well, and it'll like align yourself. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
That's awesome. Tap, 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 tap.
I'll kick you like a
What do you
pebble.
think what do you think of the rot?
Oh, it's very cool actually.
Oh wait, I should probably eat some of those neurons. And also, why did I take Pebble's pearl so you can have them back?
Oh, you're playing
It's fine.
with fire.
Actually, I'm playing with Rivulet.
Alright, let's see if this doesn't crash.
I mean, I think this is a different pipe anyway, so.
Oh,
Okay, we're playing with fire, I see.
no, we're playing with Rivulet.
That, haha, I was testing you. Very good, we are playing with Rivulet. Your memory is so impressive.
I don't like.
Did you play, like, brain training on the 3DS?
What is this bet you're doing? You can jump
yeah,
off
maybe.
my back at any time. Oh, maybe not in such a precarious situation.
Alright, can you say some words of encouragement?
I got it.
Oh my god, you
I
died.
think I'm dead. I made a mistake.
Some name.
Hole in one? Yeah.
Always. Could we go down through the leg? That would get us to shoreline quite quickly.
Nope.
No.
It's hellish. You wanna do that type platforming with the delay that you have? Nope, that's not the one. It's the lower one. Oh, I hate that.
Yes, and that we were originally trying to install one possibly in Pebbles. Like someone had like tasked us with helping Pebbles out.
I think we should just save. Just
Oh my God,
before
maybe
everything blows up.
fresh worm. Please leave them be.
That's it.
My worm. Get inside quickly.
Oh, that's
It's the
Vor.
only way. No, don't say that.
It is.
It is. It actually is. They're like the only dreams I can remember.
Whoa! Holy shit!
And in fear dropped their light, their only chance at salvation.
All right,
was
don't
tragic.
mess up these jumps.
Ah!
Oh, holy shit! You scared me. Holy shit! That made me jump.
I'm so.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm so sorry, the spider. that was such a visceral reaction. I think I get too immersed in games. It's like when I'm
No,
about
that's
to die in
that's
Rainbow,
good. You got my adrenaline pump. What's going?
it was hanging out. I was just watching the fruit for you to make sure it didn't spoil.
Ah, thanks.
Fruit spoils faster when you're not looking at it.
This is known to be true. You're not in my
Except
field of
it's fruit.
vision. Are you rotting?
Except yeah.
There's a lot of
Decaying
implications in that
vegetables
sentence. That sentence means I see you as food.
No. Okay, you brought that up, not me.
Yeah.
What, you're not gonna walk it back? You're just gonna...
Yeah. What, do you feel uncomfortable?
I think it implies that food knows we're looking at it.
I don't like to think about that.
Good.
Alright, where is the nearest shelter? Oh.
Manifested. Is the rarefaction cell creating like its own gravity that's kind of like, it's like a
Low
false
gravity?
inertia thing where like when I throw it around, like its gravitational pull kind of like drags me around too?
Like Angry Birds Space.
Did you just say it's like Angry Birds Space?
Yeah. Almost
Were we
feels
like two
like
different
it.
ribs or did Riv mitosize into two rib?
Whatever floats your boat. Reverse Vor.
Maybe it,
Which is mitosis anyway.
No! That's not, no.
I've ruined
I don't think
mitosis for you.
No, you haven't ruined mitosis for me because that's not what mitosis is, distinctly. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Oh.
I'm running out of air. Oh god.
You got it.
Oh.
Alright, activated.
Yeah.
You can do the honors.
Pretty.
The jetfish is very confused. He should not be here. He's just.
I think the little electric.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead. You.
No, I was just. I'm worried for the jetfish. Since you've inspired creators, do you watch like their content as well? Like, for instance, yeah, I know you've inspired Das. Do you watch Das's content as well, or?
Not super actively. I have certainly seen a few of their videos. I do not watch a ton
Of Rainworld content? Of YouTube in general? Really?
Yeah, no, definitely less now than I used to. So, well, I do check in like periodically to see what others in the community are making. Yippee! There we go. It's not lagging uncontrollably anymore. Splendiferous.
So, what do you think about Bitter Airy?
I really like Bitter Airy. It's a very nice epilogue to Riv. Because most of the Slugcats don't really have epilogues like this. I mean, I suppose in a sense the end of Spearmaster is kind of like one big extended epilogue, but it's not new. Like it's not new regions, it's not new creatures, so it doesn't quite ring. It rings a little hollow comparatively. Whereas Bitter Airy is like such a like pleasant surprise. Like I assumed that after the rarefaction cell was delivered, that was it. You know, that would be the campaign. It would be over. But Bitter Airy is this like almost wind down from the experience.
Yeah, and it's theoretically the first time we would see that snow is even a thing.
Exactly. It's such a good like tease for like what's to come. Like,
yeah,
it's good showmanship.
It is it's so tiny of a region though. Do we even call it's like a sub-region? It's like an area.
Yeah, it is a sub-region of Submerged. It feels a lot bigger when you get there with minimum karma and you have to farm all the way up to 5. Speaking from experience. In fairness, my brain was comatose during that interaction. Who the scallop are you?
Can you move? Or are you stunned? Oh, I'm stunned. Yeah, it can vibe. I can't move anymore.
I'm gonna escape real quick. Bye. Devastating. They're kind of like worms. Oh my god, map of all the worm tunnels.
You really hung up on the worms. Oh yeah, there's another creature we forgot. The void worms.
Do they count?
I mean, they're... What do you mean? They're creatures, right?
Yeah, but are they worms?
They're literally called void worms.
Yeah, but I feel like that can kind of be like a misnomer.
Wait, you're calling leeches worms, and you're questioning the validity of void worms?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
just because it's called something doesn't mean it is that. You know, there's like standards we have to uphold, and it's like, I'm sorry, but I think I have to gatekeep the void worms. Do they earn being a worm?
What would you rate the campaign as a whole?
Oh, Rivulets? Gosh, I would honestly be like on like a numerical scale.
I mean, I put Spearmaster like in like a tier list. I put Spearmaster in a tier.
Oh, if it were like a tier list, like I would say Riv and Saint are my 2 like S tier ones. I think both of them were like so incredibly like impactful. Like I could not have been more like satisfied with their stories, and the way I was like immersed in their worlds was like brought back the feeling of my first Rainworld playthrough, which is all I could have asked for. Like all I wanted out of Downpour was another fresh experience like that. And it delivered like more than I could have wanted. So
it's very interesting to hear a different perspective, because I myself do not share this. I think personally,
yeah, no.
I like the story, but I think the locales and Rivulet's movesets in itself are pretty not that good in my opinion. I like the movement a lot of Rainworld, and Rivulet just kind of does its own thing with their overpowered movement and everything else that it kind of loses its luster on me. But I would personally put it like lower, like lower, but to compromise to like even out, I would say a B. I would put it. Do me a YouTuber outro.
A YouTuber outro? I mean, I don't usually do. What would a YouTuber outro normally look like for you?
I don't know. Think of your classic, most generic YouTuber outro and perform it.
I kind of don't have one. My videos either just end, or it's like an epilogue sort of thing where, you know, I'm talking about the context of making the video and what I might do next, but I don't really know that that's applicable here. So
no,
I suppose
you know,
I'll go,
the classic thing. Guys, thank you for, you know.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I like Who Framed Roger Rabbited. You know, when like the weasels are being run over by the like steamroller. And
You support
souls.
animal cruelty?
I did not say that. I was talking about the Who Framed Roger Rabbit weasels.
I don't think that's
Have you ever seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Is this?
No, I have
like
not.
registered?
No, it's not. I haven't seen it.
Darn. I can't tell you about my like hypothesis that like the weasels are actually like pupas for like their like spectral selves.
What are you
No
on
fall on
about?
deaf ears.
I mean,
Okay,
you
well, listen, there's, like-
you can tell it. I'll maybe include it. Go ahead.
Okay, there's like there's this plot point where the only way to in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it's like a cool mixed media thing where there are like cartoons in a live action setting. Awesome. There's this whole thing where toons cannot die unless you dip them in like this acidic goop and then they just dissolve. It's horrifying, really. But during the final sequence of the film, the like weasel characters, the secondary antagonists, are like run over with bulldozers and like shot out of cannons, and they all die. Except when they die, they don't dissolve. They become like cartoons, like cartoon ghosts. Like the ghosts just like float off and leave instead of like disappearing completely like when they're killed with goop. Which means that they didn't actually die, they just metamorphosized into their ghostly selves. Meaning the weasels are like pupas, and that the ghost form is like what they ultimately become at their final stage of life.
I see.